Si arranca el esto la fábrica del día de hoy con una hermosísima voz de los días Robin, y nos vamos para Alemania para arrancar esta primera sección del programa en donde repensamos, reanalizamos, redefinimos todo lo que tiene que ver con la industria de la música, una actividad que hace un puñadito de años nada más precisaba de barcos, de aviones, de containers que lleven de un lado para el otro del planeta Tierra todo lo que tenga que ver con la industria de la música y del arte, desde una filmina de cine hasta un vestuario de teatro, y ni hablar de música, música y música. Para hablar de todos estos cambios, de todas estas revoluciones, marchas para atrás, para adelante, para arriba, para abajo, es que nos nutrimos de diferentes diálogos, y hoy nos vamos para Alemania para hablar con los amigos de Dear Robin que ya están conectados con nosotros. Hello, how are you, my friend? I'm Manu. Here is Raulo. Are you listening me good?
Hi, I can hear you all, yeah.
Perfect. Excellent. Now I'm gonna leave you with Raulo. He talk most best than me English. You can hear about that. And he gonna make you a weird questionnaire. We make a lot of fun. Don't be afraid. And later we are going to talk about the present of Dear Robin. Are you okay?
Perfect, sounds great.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Todo tuyo, Raúl. Dale nomás.
Sí. We are live. We are going to start with the interview. So please tell us your full name, where are you from, and how old are you? And I'm going to make a little translation, for the Spanish listeners.
Yeah, sure. My name is Pia Rademann. I am from the north of Germany, in between Hamburg and Berlin, close to the Baltic Sea. And I'm 25 years old.
Oh, ok. Bueno, estamos hablando con Pia, es del norte de Alemania, cerca de Hamburgo y cerca del Mar Báltico, y tiene 25 años. So, which is your first memory of you listening to music?
I think it was with my family. We're always playing music around the Christmas tree, everyone with guitars, and that is probably the first thing that made me introduce myself into music.
You have another parents, your family plays music?
Yeah, my father and my grandparents.
Oh, bueno, beautiful. Lo que nos estaba contando que su primer recuerdo escuchando música es alrededor del árbol de Navidad tocando. Y dice que sí, el abuelo y el padre tocan, así que ese es su primer recuerdo. And can you tell us which was your first instrument and which was the first song that you learned?
Oh, first instrument, probably keyboards, but just a little bit. I tried a lot of instruments a little bit, but my real main instrument, of course, is singing now. And what was again first song?
Sí, the first song that you learned.
Oh, first song I learned. Maybe Smoke on the Water, something like that.
Perfect. Okay. And who gives you the keyboard? It was on your family?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got it in my childhood room. Yeah.
Bueno, dice lo que nos estaba contando, bueno, que su primer instrumento fue un piano, un keyboard, un pianito chico, y que su instrumento principal es la voz, y que ya estaba el instrumento ya estaba en su habitación cuando ella era chica.
Apareció Smoke on the Water, que siempre aparece.
También, sí. Y dice que la primera canción probablemente que haya aprendido es Smoke on the Water. And can you tell us, are there any places to study music for free in your region, or you have to pay?
In Germany, there are places you can study for free or with the taxes, that people pay. So I studied on one of those official universities where I just had to pay like €200 for half a year. That is fine.
Okay. And how do you came in that university? You have to study a lot, no?
Yeah, you have to take lessons beforehand. You have to have a certain level of some different instruments. For me, it was singing and piano. That you have exams there where they prove your skills, your level, and then they decide if they want you. And you also, of course, sing for them. Have some theory lessons and stuff, yeah.
Okay. Bueno, lo que nos estaba contando, yo le pregunté si hay lugares para aprender música de manera gratuita en Alemania o si hay que pagar, y dice que sí, que hay lugares que son prácticamente gratuitos, que son auspiciados, digamos, por los impuestos de alemanes, y que ella tuvo la posibilidad de entrar a una de estas universidades que se paga muy poco, se paga alrededor de €200 por semestre, y que hay que estudiar un montón, y se hace como un preingreso en donde hay que cantar y tocar en frente de gente que te evalúa, y bueno, ella tuvo la oportunidad de entrar a esta universidad.
Alemania es conocida por tener muchos compositores de música clásica y eso. ¿Ve eso en la escuela de música? ¿Ven todo clásico? ¿Más que eso? ¿Alemán o más amplio? Esa es una pregunta así concisa.
Manu wants to know, you know, in Germany you have a lot of musicians, famous classic musicians. When you were in university, you have that thought that you were in a high-level place or not?
What do you mean high-level place?
For example, you know, in Latin America we don't have composers like Sebastian Bach, that kind of things. You were in that situation. How do you feel about that?
I feel good about that, of course, but I also think that the quality is not the same as in time periods of like Bach and Mozart and these kind of people. Of course, we have some great classical players at the universities. They are amazing. Some of them also compose, but I was rather in a course where we had some classical lessons and some popular styles like rock and pop music. And so it all came together there. I wasn't the best in classical. I was better in the rock pop stuff, but I enjoyed both.
Perfecto. Bueno, lo que nos estaba diciendo que, bueno, obviamente no está ese nivel de cuando estaban ese tipo de compositores. Hay un nivel súper alto, pero en la universidad donde ella tuvo acceso, o sea, están las dos cosas. O sea, había una rama de música clásica y también había una de composición popular y de rock. Y dice que, bueno, ella no tenía las mejores notas en la parte clásica, pero sí en la de pop y rock sí le iba muy bien. And can you tell us which was the first concert that you went?
My first concert was probably a German rock band that none of us and none of the rest of the world will know, but I remember one of my favorites that I went to pretty soon was the band Toto. I think Toto. You're familiar with that.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Really?
That was an early one. Yeah.
Sí. And it was on a big place
for
or?
Musicians.
Sorry?
Music for musicians. Toto, they say that is a music for musicians.
Yeah, they are great, and of course I enjoy them.
And it was on a big place or a small place?
Big place outside in Berlin.
Ah, in Berlin. Toto in Berlin. Perfect.
Qué lindo.
Sí, bueno, nos estaba contando, yo le pregunté cuál fue su primer concierto y ella nos dijo, bueno, que su primer concierto fue de una banda súper alemana que no era muy conocido, pero sí un concierto que era bastante conocido fue Toto. Tuvo la oportunidad de ir a ver Toto en Berlín, así que increíble. And how did Dear Robin begin and why you put that name?
We started forming the band at the university where we all studied, of course. I met the boys there and we all got along well, started playing music together. And the band name, it was a little bit of just, I don't know, thinking about it. We wanted to address it to someone, that's why we said Dear. And then the Robin is a name for a male and female, as well as a bird, kind of bird. The robin is like a little red bird. So that's why we liked the three meanings of it. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Bueno, yo le estaba preguntando en dónde empezó la banda Dear Robin y por qué le puso ese nombre. Y ellos son un grupo de compañeros de la universidad y dicen que ellos querían como agradecerle o demostrar que querían a alguien y por eso el Dear. Y Robin es un nombre que no es ni femenino ni masculino y que es un pájaro pequeño rojo que está en la batería. In the drum you have the bird, ¿no?
Yeah.
Ahí está.
Yeah.
Sí.
It's that logo. Yeah.
Sí, de logo. Y bueno, es un pájaro rojo pequeño que está en Alemania y bueno, ellos tienen el logo de ese pájaro en la batería de la banda. Sí. In September of 2022, you released your first album, Revelations. How was the recording process of that album and why you put that name?
We started with that album pretty early in our band's history, like we were just playing for some months and then we went into the studio to have something that we can give to the people to get concerts and stuff, so we wanted to have that pretty fast. That's why maybe we're happy with that, but not as much as with the new one, you know, like we took a little bit of time, we went straight into studio, which was a great experience. And the Revelation name, I think it came from the song Revelation that is on that album, and that is about someone, I don't know if you know this, people who tell the future, you know, and that's what the song is about. And Revelation is like someone is trying to sell you lies for money to make you feel like you've seen the revelation in life, like a little bit playing with your mind.
Wow. Bueno, muy bueno lo del nombre del disco. Lo que nos estaba contando, bueno, que ellos ya venían tocando con el grupo y necesitaban tener grabado algo para seguir mostrándole a la gente. Así que entraron en el estudio bastante rápido después de tocar varias veces. Y el nombre del grupo Revelations es de una de las canciones del disco. Y lo que ella estaba diciendo que es como una especie de pitonisa o gente que ayer vi Matrix, por eso sea la pitonisa. Pero ¿cómo se llama? Que es alguien que como que te lee la mano, que te dice el futuro y te da como revelaciones a cambio de dinero. You understand something about Spanish?
I can understand a little bit. I cannot speak at all, but I have some friends Colombians.
Colombian friends in Germany.
Yeah.
Perfecto. Sí, bueno, porque nos está diciendo, me está corrigiendo un poco la traducción y me dice que sí a todo, así que perfecto. Y bueno, lo que ella estaba diciendo que es como alguien que te revela el futuro por dinero y que te quiere hacer entrar en ese tipo de mentiras o en ese tipo de juegos, y que juega con tu cabeza lo que te va diciendo. Sorry for the question, but you were in the university and where do you meet your friends from the band? They were studied the same things in the university?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they studied the same with all of their instruments, like drums, bass, all of them study their instruments there, yeah.
And the studio was from the university?
No, it wasn't. It was close to Hamburg, but the studio owner was actually one of our teachers from university, and he made us a good deal. He said, let's support this, yeah.
Perfecto. Bueno, lo que me estaba contando que son todos amigos, confirmó que son todos amigos de la universidad y que cada uno estaba estudiando el instrumento que está tocando en la banda, y que el estudio donde ellos fueron a grabar era el estudio de uno de los profesores y bueno, o sea, fue fuera de la universidad y le dijo que el profesor quería apoyar el proyecto y bueno, le hizo un buen precio para grabar. In September of this year, you released your last album, Time Bound. You changed many things in the recording process, or it was the same?
It was different. We had all the tunes written down before and recorded demos of those tracks. We all went together and took a whole weekend or even whole week to record these demos and to be really happy with the results. We worked on that really hard until it was good enough. And then we went to studio in February this year, and we had a little bit of more time, like let's say 2 or 3 more days than we had with the first record. And we had definitely a producer that knew a lot about this vintage rock sound and what we wanted there, and he was really a great fit for us, yeah. And we recorded on tape machine also there. That was cool.
Vintage, really vintage. Wow,
yeah.
Wow, muy bueno. Bueno, nos estaba contando porque en septiembre de este año ellos lanzaron su segundo disco que se llama Time Bound. And why you put Time Bound, the name?
Yeah. I think Time Bound, the name, it comes from second song of that album, and we actually realized when we were putting together the songs that a lot of songs on that record were about time and how we live our lives and how we feel that sometimes we can look back in the past but we cannot change it anymore, and to take moments to breathe a little and not rush through life. So many songs are about actually living and how we are feeling within our time on Earth.
Súper profundo lo que acaba de decir. Bueno, le pregunté también por qué Time Bound el nombre, y lo que ella nos estaba diciendo que bueno, es la segunda canción del disco, es el mismo nombre, y ellos vieron que todo lo que estaban escribiendo para ese disco hablaba tenía alguna reminiscencia sobre el tiempo, y lo que ella nos estaba contando que es algo que vienen pensando, que es como que no se pueden cambiar las cosas que pasaron. Entonces, como no se pueden cambiar las cosas que pasaron, tratan de tomarse las cosas que van a venir o las cosas que están sucediendo con más calma, de no estar todo acelerado y con un nivel de impaciencia gigante, que es lo que está pasando mucho hay un nivel de ansiedad en toda Europa, Manu, que no sabes lo que es insoportable.
La manera que ella canta te das cuenta que es tranquila, como que
sí.
te baja un...
Sí.
Está bueno.
Manu,
está bueno.
See, you understand what Manu says. He agrees that the way that you sing, it keeps you calm in a way. So
that's nice.
Sí. Bueno,
you.
Ahí está, lo que más o menos estaban buscando. Y lo que también nos estaba contando que para este disco grabaron un montón de demos, se tomaron como una semana para hacer un montón de demos muy 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 buenos, y después pasaron a un estudio, grabaron en cinta, y también con productores que le dijeron, lo llevaron más o menos a ver cómo podían grabar con ese sonido un poco más vintage, bueno, que se ve reflejado en las canciones. Está muy bueno el resultado. And can you tell us, do you have any composition process?
Usually our guitarist or me, we just bring the songs, the basic structure or a little idea to the rehearsal, and then the whole band works on it together. And we also worked a lot more together in this album now, and also in the future. Like, we enjoy bringing little ideas, but we don't want it to be just someone's song. Everyone has the same credits, everyone participates.
Perfecto. Bueno, nos estaba contando sobre el proceso creativo de composición, y generalmente, bueno, el guitarrista o ella van trayendo melodías, pero lo que ellos quieren que todos vayan aportando cosas para las canciones y para la música de Dear Robin, y que a nivel de créditos en las canciones están todos involucrados, no es solamente una persona o dos la que traen la idea, le incorporan, así que la canción en definitiva es de todos. Manu, ¿tenías alguna pregunta?
Yes, Pia, I saw a dobro behind you. You know?
Yeah.
It's American instrument. In Germany, you use that instrument. Is that a folk instrument too, or nada que ver?
I've never seen it in German folk music or anything. I just bought it because I like this Americana music style, yeah.
I love that sound, that metal sound and the string love. And I wanna ask you, what does the scenario, the stage, represent for you?
The scenario of what?
No, when when you play the stage, when you go to play, what does it mean to you to be on stage?
Okay, sorry. Yeah, now I get it, definitely. It is actually the best that you can do as a band, you know, like when you really drive long hours and you go to another city, you play for new people. That is really exciting, and we always get a lot of nice feedback, and it's really enjoyable when everyone starts to actually sing along. We have seen concerts now where people knew the lyrics already, and that was quite cool. And very different people when you go through like the northern parts or right into the southern parts of Germany. They are very, very different how they react and interact with you. Yeah.
Buenísimo. Bueno, Manu le preguntaba por el escenario, qué es lo que ella sentía en el escenario, y dice que es muy bueno, y aparte metió una cosa que es muy interesante, de lo de manejar, o sea, ir hasta otras ciudades, manejarse por el norte de Alemania o en el sur, y ver cómo la gente reacciona. Dice que le encanta ver la gente cómo reacciona a las canciones. Dice que hay gente que ya sabe las letras, y es rarísimo, o sea, que es una locura para ella sentir que la gente sabe sus letras, así que disfruta mucho del escenario y también de las horas de viaje para encontrarse con gente de otras ciudades alrededor de toda Alemania. Sorry the question, but how do you get the American taste of music? Through the radio, through your family?
Yeah, a lot through actually our guitarist, I think.
Okay.
He introduced me to a lot of great music, especially blues rock or Americana.
Steve Ray Vaughan, he's a fan of Vaughan, no?
Yeah.
Because of the hat.
He is.
Okay.
I don't know if it's with the hat, but he likes him. He has a playlist of him actually that is some 1,000 subscribers or something. But we definitely enjoy that same music, and listen also to Fleetwood Mac and this kind of stuff. And of course, my family is also participating there. Like my grandparents, for example, they listen to a lot of rock and roll music, and also like country music and stuff. So that came very early into our house.
Perfecto. Bueno, la música, yo le quería preguntar, porque me olvidé de hacer esa pregunta al principio, Manu, y la música americana, todo este tipo de folk y country americano, bueno, dice que el guitarrista es muy fanático. Para mí tiene un estilo muy de Steve Ray Vaughan, por lo menos en los videos con su gorro de cowboy, y bueno, dice que ella también comparte ese tipo de gustos, porque la familia también escucha ese tipo de música. Fleetwood Mac, por ejemplo, sonó Steve Steve Ray Vaughan, todo ese tipo de cosas. Les gusta, es un grupo de gente que le gusta mucho el blues. And in the university you study a little of blues or not?
No.
I
just studied this usual singing stuff, but you can bring whatever music you like and they work on that with you. That's
nice. Bueno, le pregunté si se estudió puntualmente en la Universidad Blues y me dijo que obviamente que no, pero se podía llevar un montón de cosas para analizar o para compartir en la universidad y la gente estaba bastante abierta. How do you define your music?
We call it vintage rock now, and that is basically what we're going for in the future also. Of course, we have the Americana influences, we have some blues rock influences, but we wanted to have it a little more open, not just say this is Americana or whatever, because we don't really think in a box when songwriting. It's just happening, and we try to make it sound as vintage as possible. Well, actually that just happens all the time because we have these like certain instruments, certain sound aesthetics and stuff, and so I think that fits just fine for now.
You know the singer Texas from United States?
Texas?
Sí.
No.
I'm going to send to you Texas because you have a really similar voice and it's a mix of country music and pop. Maybe you like it and you can listen to her. Le estaba preguntando cómo definen su música y ella me dijo directamente vintage rock, que no quieren quedar encapsulados directamente en lo que es blues o americana. Dice que ellos no son una cajita cerrada que copian eso cuando componen, así que quieren abrir un poco más el espectro y dicen que directamente ellos se sienten como vintage rock. Vintage rock music. And can you tell us how do you decide which video to produce? You have a lyrics video, live videos, and some official videos. How do you define which kind of video to make?
That's actually a hard question, but I think whenever we put out a new single, a new song, it definitely deserves an official music video. So for example, we have this song, it's called Kingdom of Hope. We immediately thought this needed something visual, we immediately had ideas and wanted to produce that. And there are other songs that are great in a musical way, but we don't have this clear imagination of what is going to happen. Also, sometimes music is just itself, the music can be enough sometimes for some songs. So that's when we, for example, have a live session or a live video on that. But anytime we think it just needs something more, or the vibe is great and we want to create another another thing for your head to feel like it's connected with the music, then we have a music video.
Perfecto. Le pregunté cómo deciden qué tipo de video hacer para cada canción, porque tienen video lyrics, official videos, tienen cosas en vivo, y lo que ella nos decía que depende de la canción. O sea, si ellos sienten que una canción le falta algo más aparte de la música, o sea, no que le falta, pero que si ellos imaginan que, por ejemplo, inmediatamente cuando escuchan la canción, que cómo puede ser el video, ellos lo producen y así hacen un video oficial, por ejemplo, o hay canciones que directamente no necesitan necesariamente un video y también las tiran como un video lyric, o hay canciones que se la imaginan más en vivo, van y la tocan, así que eso es bastante simple igual. Sí.
Me mato porque estás así.
Sí.
Si tienen algún tipo de cover, porque yo me imagino la canción Dreams de Fleetwood Mac en su voz, así bien dulce, very sweet voice. ¿Hacen covers en vivo? ¿Tienen algún cover?
Do you play covers live?
Sometimes. On this tour that we're currently on, we don't, but usually we have one or two covers in our sets for people who don't know us to have something that they recognize, and we also give them like our own touch, and that's also very enjoyable. We played Burn from Deep Purple, for example.
Wow.
Or we played like some Greta Van Fleet, or we played some Fleetwood Mac, like Dreams, for example, that was on our set.
Yeah. You sing Burn from really? Burn, like that.
Cover del al palo.
Terrible, sí. Bueno, nos estaba diciendo que en los últimos shows que estuvieron haciendo no hacen necesariamente covers, pero suelen tener covers para que la gente se identifique por ahí cuando van a algún lugar que no los conoce. Hacen cover de Greta Van Fleet y también Burn hacen, por ejemplo. Terrible como de sonar en la voz.
Okay, Pia, you are a young person, and the young person here, young music, you know, and a lot of new sounds, electronic sound, and stuff like that. You are open to that kind of sound or not? You still in classics?
I think more classics actually. I also have an open mind about a lot of music, but I don't want to make that myself most of the time. But I'm also planning to have maybe a solo record sooner or later. Let's see, but I don't want to sound too modern. It's just not my thing. There are some nice productions that I definitely enjoy, but they're also with real instruments and stuff. But I've also worked with musicians from different genres and with also musicians who do more electronic music. It can be very, very joyful. It's very nice sometimes.
Muy bueno, sí. No es de ese palo, para decirlo en argentino directo. Sí. Bueno, Manu le preguntó por que la gente joven suele escuchar música de gente joven y cosas electrónicas, y ella dice que no está tan metida en ese tipo de cosas, que prefiere las cosas un poco más antiguas y tocadas con instrumentos. Igualmente ella participa con otros amigos en producciones de música electrónica. Tiene una mente abierta, pero dice que ella prefiere la música un poquito más vintage. And can you tell us something about German actual music scene?
Yeah, I think in German music we have a lot of German music, like not English, but German rather, of course. But we never wanted to do that. What else is there? There's a lot of pop music, I guess, but I think that's in every country. Mm-hmm. And I think Germany also has a rock scene. I think especially that you can see that especially with metal and stuff. I mean, Germany is probably the country where a lot of metal bands are. Yeah, and they make music and they have the Wacken festival and stuff, so right. There's a lot happening. And I think if we made more straight metal or straight rock, it would have been even easier for us to reach an audience. But it is a little bit like blues rock, vintage rock. It is really hard to find the target audience, but there are some people, there are very, very nice people who we get to meet and who enjoy our music, but it's not the biggest thing in Germany, I have to say that. It's just not.
Perfecto. Muy interesante lo que nos dijo, porque yo pensé que el blues y la música americana era más grande todavía en Alemania, pero dice que no, que es mucho, bueno, como en todos los países, que está el pop, el rock, y dice que hay una corriente muy fuerte de metal en Alemania, o sea que, y ellos, por ejemplo, lo que nos estaba contando, que si ellos hiciesen un poquito de rock o de metal sería más fácil encontrar una audiencia, pero no, bueno, prefieren quedarse en el estilo que están ahora, que es un poquito más vintage y más americana y blues, que les cuesta un poco más que si fuese metal. Por ejemplo, nombraba sorry my accent, el Wacken, el festival ese que es uno de los más grandes del mundo de música heavy metal, y dice, ahí dio un ejemplo perfecto, sí, que es grande, pero bueno, ellos no están metidos estrictamente en ese palo, que es un poquito más metalero. And what do you think about social media and streaming services?
Oh, that is probably not the best for musicians and for bands, for newcomers especially. I think when social media started with Instagram and Facebook, we all got the feed that we chose to follow, but it's not like this anymore. So for every video that you put on social media and stuff, you have to pay for the advertisement, otherwise you're not seen at all. And we have paid a little bit of money that we don't have much money, so we tried that and it worked out actually, but we cannot do that every week. We cannot promote every post, that's just impossible, and that makes it really hard for the newcomer bands to actually be seen and recognized. And same for Spotify and stuff, like there are these big playlists and it's so hard to get into these because the big labels just put in their music. They have the, I don't know, 30,000 for PR, like $30,000 for PR, and they just put it and they get the playlist. So the only thing we can do is create our own playlists because Spotify algorithm gets that a little bit.
Perfect. Yeah. Perfect. Sí, hay completely.
Decide que para eso está la radio.
Sí.
Nosotros hacemos
Sí, for that is the under radios, you know, it's for that too. Thanks. Muy bueno. Sí, I completely agree with you that you have to make only an investment in music now, and that is sad now. Y lo que nos estaba contando, que concuerdo totalmente con lo que nos dijo ella, que le pregunté por las redes sociales y los servicios de streaming y tienen más o menos el mismo problema que antes. Uno en las redes sociales como Facebook, por ejemplo, uno podía dirigirse más a lo que quería llegar, con quién contactarse, y ahora es todo dinero. O sea, si uno, por ejemplo, pone un video o algo para hacerse notar o para llegar a alguien, tiene que poner dinero, y que ellos no están en la situación económica de poner dinero en cada posteo. O sea, lo pudieron hacer con cosas muy puntuales, pero no todos los fines de semana se puede hacer un posteo y poner dinero ahí, porque es imposible. Y dice que lo mismo pasa en los servicios de streaming, por ejemplo Spotify, que hay en algunas radios, o sea, en algunas listas, o sea, están metidos todos los grupos de las compañías grandes que pagan hasta $35,000 para que estén primeros en las listas. Y dice que bueno, eso para una banda nueva es insostenible, y lo comparto totalmente de acuerdo con lo que acaba de decir.
My last question, do you know the song Shine a Light about the Rolling Stone?
Yeah, I think I've heard it, yeah.
Perfect.
I think it would look very good on your voice.
Okay. I'll try to put that into the band, and let's see what we do with it.
Manu is a big fan of the Rolling Stones. He's a really...
We also love them.
Perfect.
We really like them a lot. Yeah.
Well, maybe you can open to the Argentinians fans, because we have a really big fan. A lot of people in Argentina loves the Rolling Stones. Maybe with a cover of the Rolling Stones, you can open that market. Maybe.
We will record a cover, put it on YouTube, and have the target audience in Argentina.
Let's see what happens. See, there are a lot of fans in Brazil and in Argentina. They are full of Rolling Stone fans. Can you tell us 2 more questions only? Can you tell us something about the Dear Robin future plans?
Future plans is to make a live record sooner or later, because I love them.
Sí.
Every time I buy a record, it's mostly live records, because they're so pure and they're just more energetic. I love it. So I want one for us too. And we're gonna what else are we gonna do? We're gonna write more new songs and put out some singles next to I don't know, to gather some people around our music and catch new interests and stuff. And then when this is done, we're definitely planning a new album actually, yeah.
Wow.
And we want to travel a little bit also. Sorry, we want to go to other countries and...
Sí. Then we are going to send you some links for little record labels all around Europe, and you can write to them. Sí, of course.
Yeah. Nice.
Bueno, lo que nos estaba contando es que ellos, ¿cómo se llama? Lo que planean hacer es hacer un disco en vivo, que muy buena idea, porque es una banda que tiene una energía para hacer un disco en vivo. Y bueno, después van a lanzar un par de singles más, y ya están pensando en hacer más canciones y armar un disco el año que viene, así que ya tienen todo armado. Y viajar mucho, así que le vamos a pasar después un par de sellos. Hay un montón de sellos por ahí por Europa que les puede interesar lo que están haciendo ellos. Y bueno, we really like to talk with you. I think that you have a good thinking about what to do with the band, you know.
Clear ideas.
Sí, good ideas. Not only pay and that kind of things. Make a good music and travel. That is perfect. That is perfect. So the last question, just to finish the interview, we're going to play Kingdom of Hope. Can you tell us something about that song?
Yeah, that song is, I think, the most political song we have written for me, because it is about a dictator who is destroying his own kingdom by being foolish and going into stupid war. That's actually what I had in mind when I wrote that one. Everyone can make their own stories, and it's not about a certain person or anything, but I really hate it. And also in this life that we live in, I really hate it that this is happening, that there's so much unnecessary war, and I don't like it at all. And that's why I think in the end of this song there's a little bit of hope still growing from the ground, this little plant that is coming up in the music video, showing that not all is lost, even though we have these very sick people who have the power to do such things.
Beautiful.
¡Wow!
Beautiful. Perfecto el final. Thanks for your time. We are going to send you the interview when the live show ends. And perfect. It's incredible.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for your time.
It was great to meet you both.
The same. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, Pia.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.